We did it! A great victory! You can fight, and now we're great to go. To be perfectly honest, I think Goho and I are a perfect match. You're wonderful, Mr. Goho. Oh, by the way, can I call you Goho-chan? Hug. Sexual touch. I'm quite happy at the fact that I was able to collab with a different foreigner class across the universe. It says, yeah, I'm quite happy. It's quite amazing. The fact, the collaboration of that. Ooh, it says I can't do it. No matter what, I have to pull and drag Osaka Behime out from the ground. Wait, why is Oki running away? It seems that she's realized my tactics already. Your tactic is? I was going to shoot her, eject her out, and I was going to make her survey by ejecting her out. Omega Low, is that why? Thank you. I don't want to go! Captain, we've captured the running Osaka Behime. With this, I can get released from giving non-alcohol cocktail, but for some odd reason she became drunk treason, correct? Interesting. Great job, but to answer that question is a no. You, right there, Merlin. Make sure you tickle Osaka Behime for 600 seconds underneath the pit. Okay, oh, so essentially it says, yeah, well done. But to answer your question, it'll be a no. Hey, you, aka the second Merlin, make sure you tickle under this person's pit for 600 seconds, and make sure that this person also writes a letter of apology afterwards. Understood? Aye, aye, I'm going to mess you up. Help. Now let's get back into the topic. The fact that we're going to be using Osaka Behime and using a very nice way to survey the place. No, I don't want to do it. Please explain, everyone. As I've already told you before, right now we are the imaginary realm of now is a lot of bad guys or evil people, evil things lurking about, but especially the sound is very sensitive. Teacher, the commandant and officer is not understanding. Then I'll say it from here, make it simpler. So there will be no misunderstanding. So please understand that the fact that the imaginary realm that we used to have before this entire incident, and then the current imaginary realm are two different things. If you could separate the situation at hand, it would be perfectly easier to understand the situation. Right now, with the fact that in this place has now turned into a very dark, seeping, scary place. 元から後ろに暗黒の怪物だけという設定は切ないから魔術類の過程とはあまりに否定しています。誰かがいじって聖者を上昇させて常識の暗黒の怪物をばらまいたということを考えましょう。So it says from fear on from the get-go. The fact that the imaginary realm is very dark and filled with monsters, that is something that is illogical or something that contradicts the laws of mages in the first place. Mages' logical understanding of a basis is not there. it's far away from the truth of how it goes. So please think of it like this. It's easier for you to think that someone has infiltrated and manipulated the imaginary space realm into its own rules, binded it, and instead simultaneously created a imaginary number of darkness and imaginary number of enemies out in the open. We don't know exactly who this person is and its probably abilities or insight, but putting that aside for now, going back to the current situation, with the fact that they're very sensitive to sound. Right now, the fact that this monsters that have the sound sensitivity has probably been now being a common, and therefore a common knowledge equals a basis of this imaginary realm. R 系としての水とロゴスとしての怪物に分かれたっぽいです。不可能知るべきな混沌が。So yeah, it separated itself from the alchemy and of water and logos of the monster. It separated right out. It's a very mixation delusion. Well, it's very difficult for Mr. Goho's explanation to be said in simpler terms, so I'll say it like this. It seems that the imaginary realm that we used to have now has something with the bounded rules, and overall in time, the concept of the base law has changed into two different types. Anything that is a monster or some platform that is very harming to us will be transmitted or will be replaced in size as a thicker color, and anything that is coloring within the other dimensions or space is colored rainbow. That is the more thinner side. I believe looking at the rainbow color in this current format is quite dangerous. Living it in a flesh itself will be very terrifying, but it also functions as a very special tool to design. And of course, as the wording says, the light of the rainbow color, we're calling it that, but technically that is not emanating any light whatsoever. The only reason why we call it emanating light is because we perceive to see it make it look like it's bright. So, because of that, it doesn't shine anything. It doesn't show anything. It hides everything. Anything gets silhouetted in the background so easily. So, it's almost as if we're walking in the same path of emptiness, simultaneously going in blind. So essentially, the bright light and the dark depths provides the same concept. さて、薄い音としての分析した今の虹色の光ですが、どちらといえば水のような素質を持っています。空気のように密度になぜか海のようにうねり沈没する。つまり音をよく捉えられるの。So, he's saying that the thinner side is right now currently right now the rainbow light, but instead of being light, it's more treated as a water property of sort. Very fluid, very gentle. It's almost as if they're in an air, and it bends like water. It submerges. It can have a reverb, meaning that it can bounce water up. It can bounce sound pretty easily. だから人生の怪物は光ではなく音を求めて鋭く敏感するようになったんでしょうね、合理的に。So because of that, in the natural selections of life, I think that's why the enemies and creatures of here have sharpened their hearing senses instead of their eyes. I believe that's the logical way of thinking like this. So, doing some foolish, stupid foolishness, like for instance, making some battle noise effects, just making screw you noise, we'll be going to be immediately detected right off the bat. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I see. Mash, we'll explain it later, so just rest up. So that means this is entirely exactly like a submarine warfare, correct? We're in the place where we're in the depth of sea without light. We're silencing our breath without trying to make our noise, trying to observe and understand the location of the enemy with our ear and kill them. And if that's the case, we are in a total disadvantageous. I can even list a mountain full of them. Right now in this Nautilus, the fact that we move, we get shot. Or the fact that we move, we're going to get assaulted. After all, we have many faulty equipments and damages all around the hull. First of all, when it comes to the enemy bases, they're always constantly on the silence. They always realize that we exist, then they assault us. It's true. Goho was drifting, and while I was drifting, they didn't do anything to me. But when I made noise, it always come. There might be something that might be bigger than this ship. It will come. So maybe that big one started to hit with a Noble Phantasm class size attack, perhaps. I don't know exactly what kind of attack it was in the first place, but the enemy will try to defeat us with numbers. We have to find out, we have to play vigilant and then beware of our surroundings and hold out. The fact that if we were to make a noise, they will immediately come rushing towards us. And right now, we only have eyes and ears. That's Yunyun's job and her senses. But if the enemy will start if the enemy won't make noise, it's now our turn to start making noise. So, does that mean we're going for an active sonar? We're going to make noise, and the bounced reverb, we're going to know our location of the enemy, correct? But it's quite dangerous, you know? Yes. Because we're throwing noise after all. It will be only natural that the enemy will find us if we were to do it in succession. So, we won't use that. So we can't use that to our advantage. That's when Osakabe Benihime comes into play.こやつの結界を仰ぐとそれにかけしてこそこそ言ってる占い術は実は大したものだな。So her reality marble and her little fortune telling ninjutsu technique is something to not be not me to make fun of about. Quite genuine and impressive. But we can use that to our advantage. So, while creating a very large cursed spell range type things, we're going to differentiate enemies and friendly, and shoot the Noble Phantasm here and there. If we were to say it won't be noise, it won't be light, it will be using like the third eye. By doing this, while making no noise, we'll be able to search the enemy one-sidedly. Is the plan we go. And because of that, you're going to shoot me into the abyss, right? In the imaginary sea, I bet. It's so super exciting, isn't it? No, it's not. Oki, I don't think would like to do that whatsoever. Of course, we're gonna make it so you can arrive back to the ship safely. We're gonna make it so it's not gonna be a waste or a one-time use. Oh no, Captain's already making measures. It's over. But from what I heard, you do understand the observation mission that you need, right? I heard that you're the pro at survival games after all. Well, I know what I need to do, but, you know, I prefer more indoor activities. I'll think about it on the next run. So, I must ask, how big can your noble phantasm expand to? So it goes half across the Hime's castle. So maybe 600 meters, give or take. Yes, it says, unfortunately, the sea map that Lord Kou has left us, the one tiny line is about 100 kilometers. Ah! There's no escape! Stop, please! At least a safety net. And a reward for success. Machan, please! Give me something that will motivate me. You can use one of my command seals to use freely however you want. What? Reverse command seal play? Is that legal? I believe giving a command seal to Miss Okita Osakabe Hime is quite dangerous in my opinion of that caliber. Well, it's Oki, you know? And I don't think she can do bad things with it. Hey. You said it, huh? You said it right out your mouth. I was the mastermind of the Pyramid TD Castle. Himeji Pyramid Pyramid Tiki Pyramid Himeji Castle. I was the owner and the mastermind of this. You know that, right? The evil princess, me. Captain, I'll do it. In order for me to get in order for me to get the command seal, aka Machan, I can do whatever I want with him ticket. We figured out a nice little way to secure ourselves some active sonar. Our final objective is to try to get to the objective of the escape landing where General Kou have incited for us. Our middle objective is to suppress every single thing that gets in our way. The route is always going to be constantly monitored by Professor. And there's going to be a 4C territory we have to break through. In order to clear the safety of each of the sea territories, the Nautilus will definitely go to the green zone and hold out till then. Until that, Osakabe Hime will be constantly shooting radar in order for everything to be alright. If we were to see an enemy team, Goho, Yunyun, and Oki will be the main platoon to counteract the event. So yeah, we're going to be on the offensive. That's right. When it comes to sonar, sightseeing and listening, sonar and battle, let Yunyun take care of you. Goho do best. Mash, as a vice commander, you're going to be staying put in the ship as a last-minute defense resort. You're going to be our last rock and final defense against these bigger noble phantasm enemy. So stay at the ship, please. So, Skasa Skadi, I'm going to assign you to the engineering staff, or the spellcast or theory crafting, or engineering crafting. Magicraft of ninja engineering with Professor. I need you to help him out. Are you two okay with that? Understood. I'll regain my tarnished name. Are you okay with this? I heard that we need only have 100-something hours before we have to leave. While people are still obtaining research data and repairing kits, we'll find a better way for sure. First, let's start conquering the sea territories right away. Whether it's good luck or bad luck. Here on out, it's going to be a tight gap between 24/7. So planning ahead would be very useful. It says, yeah, first let's all return home. Let's see how many resource consumption you do. And who is pulling my legs? 船長様、さっきからなんで皆様、冬将軍に挑むグランダルメみたいな顔。うまいたと絵だね。何しろ、そうする、する。失われても無理やり気合を出しているところか。ものがない。ものだけど。君はみんなのリドソースで、ガルちゃんには彼女に不分だ。So essentially, unfortunately, first, I'm gonna do my best not to pull legs. Goho says, Captain, it seems that everybody's on ease. It's like everybody's making a very serious face to fight a grand darume. It says, yep, you said it right on the coffin. Right now, I would love to have some sauce just to, alleviate this hunger. Right now, I'm very hungry, and so I'm doing this very forceful as best as I can. It says, are you saying that we have no food? We do have food, but at the same time, what we lack the most is magical resource. Simultaneously, the metal parts in order to fix, and science parts and gold parts to fix the ship and its upgrade. I don't know a lot, but you said it's going to be okay, right? What do you mean by that? All you have to do is eat the monster of Logos. All you have to do is eat them, just like Goho did while she was drifting. Ah shit, we're gonna be eating monsters, boys. And with that said, we find out that these unidentified enemies become a wonderful, very expensive, rich magical resources. We could change it into that. Wow. So, we're going to have an exploration team and a resource team. We figured out that we now have a recon team and, on top of that, a resource team in order to farm. With that said, Commander, please say your usual wordings in cadence. Codename Imaginary Scramble. We're going to be having an operation of the Imaginary Sea escape route activate. How? Then let's start with the first bang. No! Hey. Yeah, you need to be more diligent about this. You're a goddess, you said, right? Then this is the time for you to shine. Time for you to shine and be diligent. Show you what you're worth. I don't want to get shot into the beast of the belly. It's okay. Don't worry. these little body parts that we've recovered from the enemy that's very long and squishy will be a very important lifeline. It's reliable for sure. It says maybe we could use this to try to recover you if something goes too wrong. Nautilus's fate is in your hand. This girl just laughed. A natural sadistic god.